what to do, you know exactly what to do. You've got the process defined, you've got the action plan, you know what to do, and yet you find yourself doing something else. My name is Amanda Kaufman, and I am a certified high-performance coach, a core energy coach, and the creator of the Crush Method. I actually help other coaches build their coaching businesses as well. And you are watching Making It Happen, my weekly video blog. And guess what? The subject of motivation comes up a lot. And yes, I am wearing winter coat. I'm in my office today where I am going to be going live with one of my beta courses. I'm so excited about it, but there's a little issue with the HVAC, and it is positively Canadian out there. So I'm coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, and it is very cold by our standards, but I actually grew up in the Arctic of Canada. So why I'm complaining, I don't even know, but I am wearing a coat today. So let's talk about motivation. This is something that comes up all the time when I'm coaching people, when I am out and about discussing, when I'm hanging with my colleagues, even listening to my mentors speak. We all struggle with doing the thing that we know is going to move us forward. So today I want to talk about the spark of motivation. I want to talk about how you can spark just a little more motivation in your days to get more of the things done so you can actually make it happen. How's that sound? Hopefully good. So I wanted to just share with you a few tips because honestly, motivation and personal development is a huge subject, just an absolute genre. And my mission here in Making It Happen is to give you actionable somethings that you can do to make things happen in your life and not have to go through all of the other, possibilities. And that actually takes me to point number one. When you're having a really hard time staying motivated, the first thing that I look for is overwhelm. Overwhelm. If you've got so many things to do on your to-do list, it's almost like there's the prefrontal cortex part of your brain that's like, logically, I must get all of these things done. And then the emotional side of your brain is like, I don't want to do that. It is so overwhelming to do that. I just don't want to. And unfortunately, the way our brain works, well, fortunately, unfortunately, whatever, the case is that our brain is very emotional and we're very motivated by our emotions. And a lot of us like to believe, and I'm one of these people, excuse me, that we make decisions purely based on logic. And the truth is we actually make emotional decisions. So that part of our brain, that emotional part of our brain gets on board and then the logic tries to keep up. That's just how it works. So when it comes to motivation and actually getting things done, part of why we don't do the thing is, quite frankly, we don't feel like it, right? Have you ever been stuck just not feeling like doing a thing so you don't do the thing? We all have, right? It's called Netflix. But truly, I mean, when it comes to making things happen in your life, you need to have ways that you can actually combat this issue, right? Of not feeling the motivation to do the very thing that you know is really important to do. So here is tip number one: mandatory timeouts. Mandatory. So I learned to have breaks and it changed my freaking life. Actually today I didn't feel like doing several things. And so today I took more mandatory breaks. So what does a mandatory break look like? Let's call it a mandatory break. And a mandatory break is actually getting up, actually walking somewhere, actually taking a break. And you know what? It can literally take you 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be a very long break. It doesn't have to be involved, complicated. It just has to be you getting up and changing the scenery. It could be as simple as just leaving this room and going to the neighboring room. It could be getting up and doing some air squats. That's one of my favorites. It could be getting up and walking to the restroom and doing that, or taking a little bebop outside. But I find when I'm just completely demotivated and like just in that really crushing place, the number one thing to do is to just get up and not do it and take a mandatory break. Which takes me to point number 2. Obviously, you can't stay on the break all day or else you're not going to get anything done. So the next thing that I will do is I'll try to do something to shift my environment. Maybe turn a light on. Maybe lately, if you've been seeing little wisps and wasps of what looks like smoke, that's actually my diffuser. And I use aromatherapy and particular blends of oils to help stimulate my mood. So for example, I am using a blend of florals and mints right now that are really helping me to stay motivated. And it's one of those kind of passive things. I think there's also maybe a little bit of placebo in there, potentially. I'm no scientist. But just having that ritual of, okay, I'm doing this thing that's going to help soothe me. I'm doing something with the lighting. I also went and got a snack, right? I've done things to create the environment to actually do things, which takes me to point number 3, which is to embrace the suck. Sometimes it just sucks to get started, and that's okay. That's okay. I think sometimes we spend so much energy beating ourselves up about the fact that we're not making enough progress that we are actually putting an inordinate amount of energy into not doing the thing, when if we could just embrace it, embrace the suck, we can actually get quite a lot done in a given day. So I hope that today's blog post has given you a few ideas to find the spark of motivation. I hope that you have an awesome week. And if this inspired you, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up on whatever channel you saw this on. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Reply to the email. Share it with your friends. Let's get motivated, people. Take care.
Hey there, I hope you loved this week's episode of Making It Happen with Amanda Kaufman. It's my weekly video blog series where I share with you tips, tricks, tools, and strategies to help you make it happen in your own life. So if you want more great tips, be sure to check out my blog on amandakaufman.net. You can subscribe to have these video tips delivered to your inbox every week. And of course, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. I want to hear where you want more support in making it happen. So be sure to reply to any email, leave comments. I do respond. And of course, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube if that's more your jam. Very happy to see you each week. So take care and have a great one. We'll see you next week.